We're going to make a little side stop here in Charleston, West Virginia. We're on our way to Martinsburg, where we're going to harvest toast tonight. Charlestown, West Virginia. It was the site in December of 1859 of the execution of John Brown, the abolitionist who some say started it all. And here we are. Here's the marker. Debbie's reading the placard for the hanging site. It's on private property today. There's a stone marker somewhere in there. This is where John Brown, the abolitionist who launched the raid on Harper's Ferry hoping to start a slave insurrection in 1859, and they were unsuccessful, as Frederick Douglass, who he met with before the raid, told him he would be and urged him not to do it. Oh dear. But there's the marker. This is where he was executed. He was tried and found guilty of treason in a court that was held in the county courthouse, Jefferson County, West Virginia. And I did get a view of this. And there's the marker. I, John Brown, am now quite certain that crimes of this guilty land will never be purged away but with blood. Some might say he was a Jeremiah. This is the site on this property where the scaffold was erected. And my alma mater, the cadets at Virginia Military Institute, under the command of Major Thomas Jonathan Jackson, professor of physical science and artillery tactics, were here to provide crowd control. Yep, never been here before. We're at Ferry Hill. This is the mansion of the Douglas family. Henry Kidd Douglas, a young man, left here in 1861 to join the Confederate Army, and he became a key member of Stonewall Jackson's staff and served with him throughout the war until he died. Well, served with him until he died in 1863. Wrote the famous book, I Rode with Stonewall, that's chock full of memoirs, memories of anecdotes around the campfire in Jackson's staff camp. There it is, Ferry Hill, Henry Kidd Douglas's birthplace. We're on the Potomac River in Shepherdstown, West Virginia. Across the river from Shepherdstown, West Virginia, which we can see over the trees there. This was once the headquarters of the C&O Canal Towpath National Historic Site, or National Park. I'm not sure what it is, whether it's a historic site or a park, but the National Park Service runs it all the way from Washington, D.C. to Cumberland, Maryland. There's a picture of Henry Kidd Douglas on the right, young man. He was in his early 20s when he left home. He was a graduate of Franklin and Marshall College in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which is where my two younger brothers did their college education. Beautiful place. Nice to see it continuing to be preserved as a National Historic Site. Well, I made another side stop, just a brief side stop at Antietam National Battlefield Park. We're not going to be able to go in, and we're not going to do much here. This wasn't really a planned stop, but since it's so close to our destination in Martinsburg, we're doing a little side stop. But they're doing some major renovations. Major renovations up at the visitor center. Here's the temporary visitor center here. So we'll go in here and we'll get our passport stamped, and maybe make a stop at the Dunker Church up here. The Dunker Church is right over there. There's the Dunker Church, made famous by Matthew Brady's and Gardner's photographs. We're on the old Hagerstown Pike. Maryland Monument over there. Coming up to Miller's cornfield. The cornfield. That's the cornfield that you read about. Well, that's not the original corn. But it's the Miller cornfield. This is the Hagerstown Pike. Okay, we're going to go ahead and shut this off and then get back on the road and go to our harvest toast for the evening. That's it for this time. I hope you enjoyed this video and will take time to view some of our other ones.